New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Of the 803 missing children cases in Ohio, Black children account for the majority of missing youths. According to data provided by the Ohio Attorney General's office, Black children under the age of 18 account for more than 61% of the total missing children, despite Black children only making up about 16% of the state's youth population. The state reports that Black children make up 17% of Ohio's K through 12 classes. Of the children in Dayton, 54 kids were on the Attorney General's list, and more than 60% of those missing children were Black. Dayton's population demographics by race shows that the city as being 56% white and 38% Black. The Attorney General's office clarifies that the data, which comes from the National Crime Information Center, is not an overall list detailing all of Ohio's missing, while the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children declares most missing children are runaways, with many being found and safely returned quickly. Various experts, including Natalie Wilson, co-founder of Black and Missing Foundation, Inc., cautions against labeling most missing cases as runaways, as it compels adults to care less. Quote, it has trickled down effect. If you are classified as a runaway, you do not receive an Amber Alert. And we know awareness is key to finding a missing person. The perception is that the child is getting whatever they deserve because they left home voluntarily. Media exposure, community support, various reporting systems, and law enforcement play a large role in helping to solve missing children cases. But some reporting protocols don't allow reports to be filed until after 24 hours of someone missing. Valuable time gets lost. Media coverage alerts those in the community and puts pressure on local police departments to deliver answers to family. According to the Daily News, Dayton Police Department promises that each missing person case, especially those regarding children, are taken seriously, adding that extensive measures will be formed to assure each person is safe and returned home. Different factors like a child's age, their developmental status, medical needs, and whether they are drug dependent or could be in the company of an adult who endangers their welfare will all be taken into account to calculate how high risk the situations are. Quote, Dayton Police Department takes every report of a missing child seriously. In addition to detectives who focus is missing children, we work in collaboration with both federal and local partners to ensure children safely and returned home. In 2020, Ohio law enforcement submitted 16,330 missing children reports. Most of the missing cases were closed with satisfactory results, with over 97% being located and safely returned home by the end of the year, though still left out 450 missing cases unresolved. Realistically, the title by itself should put a lot of parents and guardians on notice that this is something that is consistent, that happens amongst our community, where we have a lot of our children missing for a variety of reasons. Everything basically stems from usually within the home, right? Kids are not feeling loved enough. Right, kids are going through their own issues with their own lives, dealing with school and different things, and trying to come to terms and understand the world and trying to understand themselves, while also trying to live up to their parents' expectations, while also trying to live up to the expectations of people in their circle, and all of these other things, right? The main thing that needs to take place is that there needs to be groups of older, more mature, young men and women who can talk to, a lot of these kids on, a weekly or a monthly basis. I would prefer a weekly basis, almost in a sense of like a big brother, big sister type of deal, so that whatever problems that these kids are going through, they can have somebody who can, in a sense, understand, because they're not that far, in age, from them. And another level to that would be from having, like let's say from the ages of 14 to 18, right? You have people who are roughly, 19 to like, let's say maybe 21, 22, somewhere in that area, or maybe even 20, 25, right? 19 to 25, right? That are not that far removed, right, from high school in a sense, but they're also mature enough and they've been out in the world long enough to have, both understandings, right? So that they can appeal to them on that younger frame, that younger setting, and then they can also elevate them, more from a older understanding from, being out there a little bit more. But like I was saying earlier, another step to that is having older people, right? Let's say from the ages of about, let's say, yeah, 25 to like 35, or 25 to 40, right? So that covers an even larger extent of being directly out there in the world, in a sense, solidifying who they are, having reassurance in themselves, having that consistency in their own self belief, right? Their own love of self, their own knowledge of self, because they've had to walk, quite a bit. They've had to take a lot of bumps and bruises in order to become a stable adult, right? Or adult enough where they can do things for themselves. They don't have to depend on anybody else to, pretty much fix their problems and, all of that other good stuff. My main thing is that there should be levels in order to safeguard kids, in order to protect a lot of our children directly out here. Because if we're not going to do it, who are we going to depend on to do it? What we're going to depend on? What, Caucasian individuals to do it because they're adopting, black kids and African kids by the droves? No, that will be the 100% wrong mindset. Just like it's the wrong mindset that I've kept telling black people, right? The whole main thing that I was raised with is that it takes a village to raise a child, right? And in a sense, we are that village. But it's gotten to the point where black people have gotten away from that, and they're more so like, well, that's not my problem, that's not my issue. I'm not going to sit up there and, in a sense, deal with it, right? And I'm not talking about specifically, kids that have, parent or a parent. I'm talking about kids who are having issues, right? If it stems from, at home, or it stems from society, or what other outside sources, in a sense, is enabling that type of behavior to take place, the community should step in. The community should show up and, give love and support to that child. And of course, you're going to have a lot of children that are going to resent. You're going to have a lot of kids that are going to disrespect, and so on and so on and so on, because you know they don't really know any better. They don't know any different. So there's going to be a lot of resistance there that is going to take time to actually cut through. And the other thing that needs to take place is the fact that instead of depending on the police, right, to do something, we as the black community should come up with our own Amber Alert and different things of that nature that we basically send, to black people, right? We can just directly get that, to them, just cut out the middleman, which is the police. Like I said, we have us, we have the community, we have social media. Those are the three things that we need. We don't realistically need police in order to find a child. Nobody has time to wait 24 hours to potentially find a child. If you're worried and different things of that nature, you want to find your child now. So what better way is there to do it? You're going to go through social media. You're going to go through the community. You're also going to use avenues such as, celebrities, right? Like I said before, at this point in time, there is no excuse why black people still depend and wait on other sources when there are so many alternative sources that you can use and go to in order to get the same result, if not a better result. And it's all due and through your own power. Like I said, the more that you put in is the more that you get out. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.